Good afternoon, well, this is Evan Meyer. I hope you guys enjoyed my video I made earlier this morning. My pizza is in the oven, so in a good like 6 minutes, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my pizza. You didn't get Bob's Ivan? No, I got pizza. I think this is the last time I'm getting pizza, as pizza is more expensive than Bob's. Their slices are like $16, whereas Bob's is like $11.55. And Bob's has better slices than pizza. Yeah. Talk for 6-7 minutes, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my pizza, obviously. Uh, but your Zane's book is sick. I know my Zane's book is a masterpiece, man. Amazing story. As you guys read, right? Yeah, if it's a masterpiece, yeah, it's a masterpiece. Constant entertainment when you read it for hours. You're gonna be hooked during the page. It's a Bradford Blades, man. Yeah. That's how VJ cries. Yeah, VJ wants to live a life in me, obviously. That's Queen. Having the power, the control, the freedom, and she wants a piece of my blades because she got duped in Hollywood, obviously. Yeah, I may have money, Ivan, but I got duped. I'm only worth like $12 million in Hollywood. I have a shitty career. As Victoria Justice obviously wishes she could be in a big budget movie, it's not gonna happen. The gates lock the doors in her, obviously. Yeah, do not let Victoria Justice be in a big budget movie. Because the gates know if VJ is in a big budget movie, she can demand more money, like 20, 30 million, 4 million contracts, piece of the royalties. Yeah, but Victoria Justice is what her career is sabotaged, obviously. They won't let her make that money, obviously, right? Yeah, I'm such a greedy sucker about that. I'm not even gonna let VJ make her 20 million for a movie. Like 150, 200 million of the film profits. No, I don't want VJ to be that rich. Keep her like under $20 million. Yeah, psychopaths. That's why I came with the keys, but don't do me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I cried because I want to be with you, sweetie. I want to see you life, and I want to live that life with you, Ivan. That's Queen. I don't want to be left behind. Well, I don't want to be duped in Hollywood because VJ got duped in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Ivan, is there a possibility of you making your 30, 40, 50, 100 million off your book? The only way I'll make that is if like 4 billion, 5 billion people around will buy my book. I'll make like my $100 million, but it's not going to happen because according to Google, there's only 1.5 billion people who will speak English as first language, second language, or third language. So chances are it's in that 15 to 25, perhaps 20, $30 billion I make off the book. But I think it's around that 50 to 25 billion I make off the book, obviously. As I usually be curious. Ivan, how much money you made off your book, by the way? I made like $20 billion. You made $20 million off your book? Yeah, she's like, holy shit, you won a lottery, I know. Are you going to share that with me? Yes, I will with you. Relax, I'm going to show it you. Show. Yeah. My pizza should be ready soon. After I finish my smoke, I'm going to get my pizza. Only have to warm it for like 5, 6 minutes, right? In the oven. You didn't get Bob's? No, I got pizza. But Bob's is better than pizza, right? They have better pizza than pizza. Yeah. But it's getting a bit annoying because I've been eating it all the time. That's why I decided to get pizza. But pizza is more expensive. It's like $16 for 2 slices, 2 dips, and a drink. Bob's is $11.55. I'm never going to Pizza Pizza ever again, man. I probably will in the future, but for now on, for slices, I'll just get Bob's. It's cheaper, it's better too, obviously, better than Pizza Pizza, right? Yeah. Yeah, your book is sick. I know my book's a masterpiece, man. This is a special book, man. It's a masterpiece, man. That's why the family is one of the kids can control it. You know, it's a brand with billions, obviously, right? Duh. Oh. Seven minutes, I'm gonna get my pizza upstairs, right? So VJ knows you did it, yeah, but your justice knows I did it. That's why she cries, obviously. Ivan may be poor, but he has the keys to the game. His keys are not useless. He wrote the maps last of his hands. That's like $20 million for him. I want him to get me on. I want a piece of that. Because VJ knows with that money, you can now achieve your dream, your career dreams with that money. Do your album, start showing photos with you with that money, fund your movie with that money, and live the life. That's why she cries, obviously. Because she knows I did it, where it's too late for her. She got duped. VJ got duped. I did not get duped, obviously. No one duped. Yeah, VJ got duped. I did not get duped. I'm sorry. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go up and just get my pizza. I'll be back in a sec. Don't leave. No guy on the show. Alright, guys. Sorry for long wait. Pizza is like thin crust, and they charge more. But yeah, Pizza is expensive, man. Because Pizza is a big franchise in Canada, right? A big pizza franchise in Canada. Whereas Bob's is an independent pizza place, obviously. That's why Pizza is more expensive, obviously. You have a big franchise fast food business, it's more expensive than the independent ones, right? Because Bob's is an independent business, whereas Pizza is like a big franchise pizza brand in Canada, obviously. But the best pizza in the world is Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is amazing. There's a reason why it makes the most money, right? Domino's Pizza is number one in the States and Canada. Domino's Pizza is number one, obviously. Amazing pizza, Domino's Pizza. Yeah. So Bridget's frustrated. Yeah, she's frustrated, obviously. Because she knows she has the keys and yet she's only worth $12 million. The family's not doors never mind. I don't know. That's why she's frustrated, obviously. Yeah, I need your help, man. Like, I'm trying my best to do big budget movies. I always do shitty independent movies, and I do my singles. I only make like a couple $100,000 on my singles and my movies. I need your help, Ivan. Yeah, she knows she got tooth. That's why she cries, obviously. I don't know. I don't know. Yo, I gotta do that. I wanted to get me out of the Hollywood system. That's why she cries. She wants me to get her out of the Hollywood system, obviously. Yo, Ivan, you wrote that book. That's the lottery ticket to Vegas. I want a piece of that. I want you to get me out. That's why she cries, obviously. She got duped. Yeah. God, you know you did it. Yeah, I know I did it. I wrote the map of the Xanus. I have the keys to the kingdom. That's billions for me, but I have to go through the gatekeepers, obviously. That's the only thing, right? I have to go through the gates. Because this is their house. They control all the money. Well, I have to go through the gates, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, to make your billions, you have to go through the gatekeepers. Yes. To make my billions off my book, I have to go through the gatekeepers. Because this is their house, right? They control the money system in the world. I have to go through those guys, right? Yeah. Alright, the pizza good? Yeah, pizza is pretty good, but it's not as good as Bob's. Bob's is better, right? I want to try something new because I've been eating Bob's all the time. That's why I got pizza. But for now on, when I get slices, I'm gonna get Bob's. Bob's is cheaper and it tastes better than pizza, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have to go to the gatekeepers. Yeah, I do. To make my blades on my book, I have to go through the gatekeepers, obviously. This is their house. They control the mining world. So why would make his blades? He has to go through the gatekeepers. I have the keys. I can open the door, but to make my money, I have to go through the gates. Obviously, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't want you being small. I want to be with BJ, living that multi-million life with your wife. And that pisses me off. You have to have an envy, obviously. It's an envy they have. Yeah, I'm envious. I don't want you living that life with BJ. It's small. I want to be. They don't want me getting one beauty too, right, with BJ. It's taking off forever. That's why they want me to sell because they know if I sell, I don't get the one be with BJ, and I age with BJ. They envy you. Will envy my genetic perks. That's why you want me to sell because you don't want me getting the one be with BJ and getting fresh sex and being small Halloween beauty and just staying young forever. That's why you want me to sell. Yeah, if you sell, you don't get those genetic perks either with BJ. Yeah, I don't get those genetic perks, and your relationship's destroyed. You're sharing with her justice forever the world. And the family's gonna steal all your money, man. The Hollow company's gonna take all your money. Yeah. Give you the peanuts, right? When those billions belong to me, it doesn't belong to those Hollow companies. The gatekeepers Hollywood business, it belongs to me. It doesn't belong to those guys. Those billions are mine are meant for me, not meant for you. There we go. Sarah. Why do the gatekeepers have that envy? I told you it because they know, even though they're the gate gods of the world system, they know me and VJ are the true heirs. Because yeah, we may be the gate gods, we control the mind of the world, but we're all I think VJ are bigger than us. They created the whole universe, they created the earth, they created us. They're bigger than us, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, being the gate gods is like you're big, but like compared to the people who created the universe, you're what? You're not the true heir, right? Yeah, we may be the gate gods of the earth, the money system in the world, but I and VJ created the whole universe, man. The stars, the moon, the trillions of stars, the moon, the sun, the earth, they created all that. They're bigger than us. And if the true heir is not us, yeah, that's why they're envy songs. That's why I have that envy. They don't move you as a true heir, it's not them. That's why he did this evil to us, obviously. That's why my father gave me the keys, but they don't do me. Yeah. Some sound. That's why your father gave me the keys. I know they don't dupe you. Yeah. Give me a second. I was going to go upstairs and get some chicken. I'm still hungry. Get some leftover fried chicken, right? Back in a second. Hold on a second. Okay, guys, sorry for long waiting. I was just to get the fried chicken leftovers from yesterday. You know where your stepfather bought this? No, I don't know. I think my stepmother bought this. It's good chicken though. I put like hot sauce on it. It's amazing. Yeah. So Ivan, Xanus will be like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, pretty much. The best example I can give you, Xanus will be something like Lord of the Rings, but you're also going to get a bit of that the chosen Passion of the Christ vibes. But the best thing I can think of is Xanus will be something like Lord of the Rings. Obviously, it's a fantasy world. Obviously, like Lord of the Rings. That's why Peter Jackson is good, because he did Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson did Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah. That's why he's good for Xanus. But Mel Gibson's also good for the biblical themes. That's why he's good for Xanus too. He did Passion of the Christ, Resurrection of the Christ. Yeah. And you really think Peter will tell you that your movie's better than Lord of the Rings? Yeah, he will. Yeah, Ivan, this will top my Lord of the Rings story, Ivan. Because Peter will tell me, yeah, Ivan, Volume 3 is better than my Return of the King story, Ivan. It's more deep, more powerful, yeah. The Warner knows the time of the ancestors, that's what we're saying, will be better than Return of the King, man. It's better, it'll be better, the better movie trilogy, right? You have the Exodus like Prince of Egypt. Imagine Exodus like Prince of Egypt, guys, the movie. And you have the devil bats in the caverns, they're all scared with torches. In the movie, I'm gonna do a thing where Jimon Subu, he pats me on the back, like Aaron did to Moses in Prince of Egypt. Here's the guy, when he pats you on the back, you don't know what journey lies ahead, right? Right, Ivan, yeah, please, I'm looking at that map, man. This is Brother of the Rings, Brother of the Rings. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Wash my hands, guys. So you'll show Mel or Peter Jackson Prince of Egypt, yeah. I'll be showing Mel Gibson and Peter Jackson Prince of Egypt, that way you give them ideas, obviously. Yeah, Mel will tell me, oh, Ivan, thank you, man. You gave me some ideas. Yeah, Peter's like, Ivan, thank you, Ivan. You gave me some ideas for the movie. So you're thinking something like Prince of Egypt, Ivan, they're scared with torches and you want to pat you on the back. You don't know what lies ahead on your journey. I'm like, yeah, Peter's Ivan, looking at our masterpiece, Ivan. This is Brother of the Rings. Okay, Brother of the Rings. This is Brother Passion of Christ. No, Mel, it's Brother Passion of Christ. Yeah. Sarah. Talking for 40 minutes, that's good enough for you guys, right? I don't want to talk too long for this video, right? Take a shower after this, and I'll enjoy showing you guys. Yeah. So the world will feel for you guys. Oh yeah, you guys are going to feel for me and the actors. Because you're looking at devils and demons for Erotat and all the bats and the wolves, man. Looking at demons. Think something scarier than 30 Days of Night was pretty freaky with those vampires. Well, imagine demons that are like 3 times scarier than that, and you have a 20,000 army. They arrive to Saphius. They find out it's empty, and Era tests like there's no trace of infection Saphius. They must have been warned by Duzain as he takes jugs and L's and throws it on the ground. 20,000 demonic army like that. He was like, yeah, I'd be looking at a match man that wasn't a filthy guys. I was like, yeah, I'd be looking at a match man that wasn't a filthy guys. Yeah, I'm doing that way they're hooked. And it's a powerful sword. I don't do it right. People tell me, yeah, I think something like Prince of Egypt for your exes, Ivan. They have torches, they're in the mountains, and the devil bats are sleeping in the caverns, Ivan. And they're scared with torches and everything. I'm like, yeah, he's Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. And this is the biggest exodus in movie history. Hollywood can't afford this, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that I'm out. Yeah, Ivan, Hollywood can't afford 6,000 extras. They'll drain on their budget, but I can afford 6,000 extras, no problem. I have the keys to game. My budget's unlimited, yeah. Sarah? Yeah. Emma. Yeah. Will VJ be all for the demonic characters? Yeah, she will. Yeah, Ivan, if you want to tell a powerful story, you gotta have everything be devils. I read your book. They're called the devil wolves and bats. We have to have them be devils and demons. Yeah, VJ. That way it's a powerful story. Yeah, VJ, Ivan, you wrote that book? I'm like, yeah, Ivan, that's a masterpiece, man. That was the greatest fantasy novel I've read in my life, Ivan. I know. And you made your money off your book, Ivan. Yeah, how much copies did you sell, Ivan? Yeah, I sold like 1.1 billion copies. You sold 1.1 billion copies of your book? Well, yeah, Ivan, you beat out J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, I know. My book is #1 on the charts, man. I beat out J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, man. And George R. Martin's Game of Thrones, and J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. And C.S. Lewis' Narnia, right? Xanus is better than all those books. Yeah. 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 Alright, is your Xanus story better than Star Wars sequels? Oh yeah, it blows the Star Wars sequels story out of the water. The Star Wars sequel stories were a mess, man. Force Awakens was pretty good. They built the character of Rey and Finn on stuff, but like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker are not as good, obviously. But the Xanus story blows the Star Wars sequels out of the water. As the Star Wars sequels were a mess, man. It had it was a messy story. It was all over the place, yeah, because Disney didn't plan the sequel trilogy because they're fucking stupid, obviously, those guys here, yeah. What am I saying, yeah. Purchase the biggest IP in the anime industry on George Lucas. You don't even plan your trilogy. You wing it and you just let this guy do whatever he wants to do without even planning the series. And no wonder the whole thing was a mess, man. It's because of the sequel trilogy, that's why Star Wars is in the state that it is today. Because Rian Johnson, even though he's a talented director, he wasn't the best man for Star Wars, and he split the fan base with his polarizing directing habits, obviously. He even admitted in the video when he was younger, he said, yeah, I like to make movies whereby I split the fan base. Some fans like it, and the other fans don't like it. Because Rian Johnson is weird. He likes making polarizing movies. He's a polarizing director, obviously. He split the fan base because of Last Jedi and having Luke be a hermit and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, Xanus will blow that sequel trilogy out of the water. Much better than that mess, obviously. Yeah, I don't think Alright, just man, what's your heart telling you? Which director will make the better movie? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Something tells me it's Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's gonna make a better movie than Peter. He's gonna bring the Bible to life in the fantasy world. Mel Gibson and Ronnie Wallace are gonna make a better movie than Peter and Guillermo del Toro and Fran. That's what my heart's telling me, but my brain's telling me Peter. Some Sarah? Yeah. I don't know. I have to test their creativity, obviously. Yeah. Some Sarah? How long do you think it'll take for you to write the screenplay? Probably, I don't know, 6, 7 months to write the screenplay for Xanus. It'll take me to write. It'll take me and Peter or me and Mel Gibson and Randy Wallace to write the screenplay for Xanus, honestly. I don't know. Around there, 6, 7 months it'll take us to write the screenplay. And we're going to write an amazing script together. Wherever I choose, right? Yep. I know both directors will make masterpieces. The question is, which masterpiece is better? One of those directors will have the better movie. I don't know which director will have the better movie. But something tells me Mel Gibson's going to make a better movie than Peter Jackson. That's why I might go for Mel and Ronnie Wallace over Peter and Guillermo del Toro and Fran and Philip Boyd and all those guys. Like some Sarah. Because Mel Gibson and Ronnie Wallace are Catholic Christians. That's why they're very good for my movie. They'll tell me, yeah, Ivan, your story is like bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy world. That's what they're going to tell me, obviously. Mel Gibson and Ronnie Wallace. It's like bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy world. Yeah, it is. It's like bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy world, obviously. Some Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think Vijay will tell you to choose? Somebody tells me Vijay will tell me, I can go for Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's a classic guy. I think he's going to make a better movie. Yeah, I know. But somebody tells me it's Mel Gibson. I'm choosing Mel over Peter. Most likely, right? Yeah, I choose Mel. Or I might choose Peter. I don't know. Mel will tell me, yeah, I mean, you want Eric them to be the most heard beings in history, like Devils. Yeah, I'm all for that. Have them be the most heard beings ever in movie history. That way you can tell a powerful story. Yeah, Mel Gibson will tell me that. And Ronnie Wallace and Mel and me end up writing an amazing script and we make an amazing movie together. I don't know who's the best assistant director to help Mel Gibson. I don't know. You can have Ronnie Wallace be an assistant director if you want. Mel might tell me, Ronnie Wallace is the best guy to assist me as a director. He might tell me that. Or maybe his brother, as I heard Mel Gibson's brother is helping him with Resurrection of the Christ. You can bring Mel Gibson's brother on board as an assistant director, pay him good money, like some Sarah. And Ronnie Wallace, you can have him be your assistant producer. He helps out my 17 with the calls, and he's my co-writer. He helps me and Mel with the screenplay of the movie. We end up writing an amazing movie script together. Yeah, I got an like $5 on. I'm like, no, Mel, $370 million is enough. $550 million for you, Mel, is enough. I'm not paying more money, man. That's $400 million your American money. That's enough, Mel. I'm not paying any more money, you greedy pig. Yeah, they're all greedy pigs, those guys. And Ronnie Wallace, I can pay him like $4 million. I can give him $8 to $10 million the film product. Give him $10 million the film product. That's what he gets paid. That's a good paycheck for Ronnie Wallace. He doesn't make that in Hollywood, right? He makes probably a few million in Hollywood. Ronnie Wallace. His name is Randall Wallace, but his nickname is Randy Wallace. Obviously. Yeah. Like, yeah, Ivan, your story is a mastermind. This is better than Braveheart and Our Passion of the Christ, Ivan. Yeah, it is. It's better than all those movies. Like, this is gonna blow our Braveheart out of the water. Yeah, Xanus will blow Braveheart out of the water. It'll be the better story than Braveheart, man. William Wallace Braveheart story, right? Better than all those movies. Yeah. I'm sorry. Mel Gibson work hard for you. Oh yeah, he will. He'll work his ass off, man. I pay him a lot of money, man. He signed a $50 million deal. Mel Gibson, 56 million base, 370 million the film profits, 60 million for the game, and 50 million for the merge. That's like a $550 million deal for Mel Gibson, which is like 400 million is American money. He lives in America, Mel Gibson. So he's walking with like 200 something million dollars. His bank Mel Gibson. That's a lot of money for him. That's more than what he makes in Hollywood. He could retire. Chances are Mel Gibson will retire after Xanus. Yeah, I'm done. I achieved my dream, my directing movie. I'm too old for this shit. I'm done, Ivan. I'm gonna retire and just enjoy my life with my family. I made all these hundreds of millions off this movie. I'm done. I'm retiring. I don't want to work in Hollywood. I'm gonna just enjoy time with my family before I pass away in like 15 years. Because Mel Gibson will be pushing almost 80 years old when he directs Xanus. Like he'll be in his late 70s, man. He's a lot older, obviously, right? But he's working his ass off even harder than you with different passionate right because I'm paying him more money. Obviously. Paying him a lot of money, obviously. And Randy Walsh will work his ass off. But Randy Walsh will be old, though, when he works his ass. He'll be in his 80s, man. He'll be fucking old. But he's still working hard. Yeah, I mean, I'm older now, but, like, I can handle the work. Randy Walsh will handle the work. He'll be in his early 80s, like 83 or something like that. He'll still write an amazing script with me and Peter, with me and Mel Gibson, obviously. Randy Walsh. Yeah. He'll work hard, obviously, because I'm paying a lot of money, obviously. Randy Walsh, right? Yeah. I might choose Peter. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. You have to test our creativity, obviously. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson are going to be what? Living the life, yeah. Living life on the beach, obviously, for the movie. All the parties and everything, yeah. And all the directors are going to envy those guys. If I choose Mel, yeah, Mel, you're fucking lucky, man. Like, you signed a mega deal more than what we make in Hollywood. And Ivan gave you an unlimited $3 billion budget. Yeah, Ivan gave me a $3 billion budget for the movie. $1 billion per movie per volume, man. The stuff you can do with that money. Technology for the costumes, the armor, the weapons, the mask, the set building, the visual effects, the special effects, the masks, the music, extras, the weapons, the armor. Yeah, it's unlimited, man. Updated armor, updated weapons in the movie that look even better than Lord of the Rings, man. Because I have a big $250 million budget towards all that. The masks, the costumes, the armor, weapons, and the clothing. $250 million budget. They're gonna drain the whole thing, and you're looking at something unheard of for the movie. $600 million per volume towards visual effects and special effects. For each volume, you're looking at unheard of world building, battle scenes, and unheard of horror of the wolves and the bats, man. Looking at devils and demons. As I showed you guys in my documentary, looking at demons like that, man. So I'm scary than that, man. Looking at something scary. Demons and devils, man. Movie. That's why we're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah, man. So when you make the money out of your book, yeah, VJ's like, Ivan, with this money, we can start that film studio that you talked about in your videos, Ivan. Because VJ will finally admit that she watches my movies. Sorry, my videos, because she sees the light now. Ivan, I saw all your thousands of videos on YouTube, Ivan. I saw all your videos, Ivan. You want to start Sky's Entertainment with me? I'm like, yeah, VJ, Ivan, let's start that film studio, Ivan. Let's turn your book into a movie looking at a masterpiece, even better than Peter Jackson with the Rings. Yeah. Xanus will be better than Peter Jackson with the Rings. Looking at a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Will Mel Gibson tell you, and Ryan Watts tell you your story will be a masterpiece? Yeah, they will. Yeah, Ivan, I read your book, man. You're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. You adapt this to the basic when you're looking at the greatest story ever told, man. This is more deeper than Passion of Christ and Resurrection of Christ, Ivan. This is better than our Braveheart movie, I mean. I know it's a masterpiece, guys. Ivan, you're looking at something better than Peter Jackson with the Rings. They might tell me that. Mel Gibson and Randy Wallace might choose them. You're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. This is going to be the greatest story ever told. I know, guys. Relax, calm down. I know you guys are excited about the movie. Relax, calm down. Because Mel Gibson's blind by the movie too. They're all movie nerds, those guys, right? Yeah, they're nerds, obviously. Yeah. Calm down, guys. Relax. I know you're excited for the movie, but chill. I'm saying. Yeah, this is going to be a masterpiece. I know, Mel. We're looking at a masterpiece, man. Yeah. Will you let Mel know you don't want the world like Passion of Christ? Yes. Mel's Ivan, I understand. You want to bring the Bible to life, but in a fantasy world like Lord of the Rings, Ivan, right? Yeah, Mel. I don't want the world looking like Passion of Christ, like ancient Jerusalem. Otherwise, you're going to ruin the story. No, it's a fantasy world like Lord of the Rings, but you have biblical themes in that fantasy world. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You want something like Lord of the Rings, but like you're bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy world, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Mel. I don't want the world looking like The Chosen and your Passion of Christ like ancient Jerusalem. You're going to ruin the story if you do that. No, the world's not like that. It's more like Lord of the Rings, but it's different than Lord of the Rings. But you're bringing the Bible to life in a fantasy. Well, I was just saying, you have to let them know, I even know what they know. That way they'll ruin your story. I don't want something like Passion of Christ, Mel. It's something more like Lord of the Rings. Otherwise, you're going to ruin the story. I'm sorry. As for a world like Passion of Christ, that's a very grounded world. There is no magic and all that stuff in that world. You have magic in that kind of world, it'll be very weird. It won't be good. No, it's something like Lord of the Rings, but you're bringing the Bible to life in the fantasy world. In the fantasy world, I'm sorry. You have to tell Randy Wallace that Mel Gibson. That way they know if you choose those guys. Yeah. Well, I was like, man, you're looking at a masterpiece. I can't wait for this movie. I know, Mel. Relax, calm down. I'm sorry. You're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Mel. You're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah. A masterpiece. Yeah, man. Looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Yeah. Take a shower after this. Yeah. Mel will tell me, yeah, if you thought those demons in Passion of the Christ were scary, nothing. The demons in your movie are going to be real life devils. Yeah, Ivan, you're bringing like the demonic horde in the Bible to life, Ivan. Mel Gibson will tell me, yeah, you want to bring like the demonic horde in the Bible to life, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, Mel. And you want to have like the Moses symbolism with the Exodus and everything? I'm like, yeah, Mel. He's like, holy shit, Ivan. You're looking at a fucking masterpiece, Ivan. I know, Mel. Looking at a masterpiece, man. This is going to be better than my Jesus story and Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. I know, Mel. Looking at a masterpiece. obviously. I mean, can I get a bit more of that money? I'm like, no, Mel. 370 million is enough. I'm not paying more money. Stop being greedy, Susanna. You signed up 50 million. That's enough. Stop being greedy, Susanna. It's still alive. I don't make it Hollywood. I don't make it Hollywood now. Stop being greedy. Out. Yeah. Well, you watch the and after you watch your show. I think I might finish The Chosen season 4. I watch. I think I only have one Roger Moore James Bond. License to Kill, I think, is the last movie, the last Roger Moore James Bond movie. Now I have one more, two more James Bonds after that. I'm done. Honestly, GoldenEye, Pierce Bronson. I have like two other James Bond movies, and I saw all the James Bond movies. Obviously, you know. Yeah. Will Mel Gibson tell you the North? Yeah, I mean the North and the South are like the North. The South is kind of like a symbolism of hell in the Bible. Yeah, Mel. But I want the South, Mel, to have beauty, but it's cursed. Obviously, yeah, Ivan. So you're thinking like two different kingdoms, right? Yeah, two different kingdoms. You have the Heavenly Northern Kingdom in the north. And you have the cursed kingdom in the south, obviously. And Barak is kind of when you're in Barak, it's kind of like hell. The best example I can give you is a scene in Fellowship of the Ring when Gandalf was betrayed by Saruman, and he's on the top of that tower, obviously, and he does the spell with the butterfly, obviously, right? And after that, it transfers the scene when the orcs are digging in Isengard. And they're forging weapons. Yeah, I think something like that for Barak. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like hell, like Lord of the Rings, that scene. Yeah, Mel. I see what you're saying. You know, I've been looking at our masterpiece. I know, Mel. Look at the masterpiece, Mel. This is going to be the greatest story told. I know, Mel. Look at a masterpiece. Yeah. Now, I'm going to pull Mel and Ronnie Wallace aside in the party after we sign the actors. Look, Mel, I need this movie to be a masterpiece. I know this movie will make money, but I want this to be an amazing movie. Don't worry about Ivan. Don't worry about it, boss. We're gonna make an amazing movie together, Ivan. Mel will tell me that. Don't worry, Ivan. And they end up directing a masterpiece. Mel Gibson directs a masterpiece, and Peter too. They're both gonna direct masterpieces. The question is, which movie's better? Something tells me Mel Gibson's interpretation will be better than Peter's, but maybe Peter's movie is better. I don't know. Yeah. So I'll show Mel Gibson and Ronnie Wallace Prince of Egypt for the access. Yeah, Mel's like, Ivan, thank you. You gave me ideas. They're scared with torches and everything like Prince of Egypt. And G wants to pat you on the back. Yeah, Mel. Obviously. And Mel will tell me, yeah, Ivan, for the agony, I want something like Jim Caviezel's performance in Passion of Christ. You got to prep yourself mentally for that scene, Ivan. Yeah, I know. I prep myself mentally and I had delivered an amazing performance on the screen, obviously. Ivan, your plot is deep, man. This is biblical level deep. I know, Mel. Looking at a map, I know, Mel. Looking at a masterpiece, Mel. Amazing movie. Yeah, man. Looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man. No, I mean, seriously, man, is your heart really telling you Mel? Yeah. My heart tells me Mel is the better guy for the job, but my brain is telling me Peter. Obviously, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something tells me deep down in my heart, Mel's gonna make a better movie, but like, my brain's telling me Peter, honestly. That's why I talk about Peter all the time. So it's like, that's why you gotta test their creativity, and I will know who's better for the job when I interview them. And I ask them questions, I'm gonna know which man's better for the job. And somebody tells me it's Mel Gibson. I interview both of them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm more drawn to Mel Gibson's ideas than Peter's. Honestly, somebody tells me VJ, and George will say Mel, and the rest of the guys are gonna tell me, Ivan, you're crazy. Choose Peter. He did Lord of the Rings. Peter did Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Peter did Lord of the Rings, man. That's the thing, though. He did the fantasy trilogy. That's why he's very good for Xanus too. So it's tough. Whereas Mel's not a fantasy guy, but he's good for the historical drama and the biblical themes. That's why he's very good too for the movie Mel Gibson. That's why it's tough, obviously, to choose. Guys from Sarah. I like him, so yeah. Yeah. Will you do a thing in the movie when Jimonsu pat you on the back? Yeah, I will. The scene when we're journeying through the mountains and everything, Jimonsu passed me on the back, like Aaron did to Moses in Prince of Egypt. Yeah, that way it's a powerful story. You have the civilians, they have their torches, you have the mosquitoes, they journey through the caverns, and the bats are sleeping in there, and they're all scared with torches. You're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can think Moria on steroids. Peter Jackson's Moria on steroids for his Fellowship of the Ring. It's something on it, because you have 6,000 civilians in the city, man. Whereas for Lord of the Rings, it was just a 9. But for my movie, you have 6,000 civilians in the city, and they're scared with torches like Prince of Egypt. The devil bats will see me now. You're looking at a masterpiece. I know, they're looking at a masterpiece. And Eretat's 20,000 army approaches the city. There's no trace of confession Saphius. Eretat takes chairs and jugs, throws on the ground, breaks stuff. When he finds the city empty, yeah, you're looking at a man. You're looking at a man with the greatest story ever told, man. Very Peter Jackson with Rings, guys. So sorry. Anyways, guys, here's where you guys of the show. I talk for now. That's good enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Iron Man. I'm signing off. Peace, guys. Peace out. I made it 1 hour review for you guys. That's good enough. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm gonna take a shower and enjoy with you guys. Don't hate him, son. Peace out.